we've been talking about healthy relationships, right? Healthy relationships with ourselves. What does a healthy relationship with ourselves look like?
1 in 3 girls and 1 in 6 boys will experience sexual abuse before the age of 18. 1 in 4 women in college will experience sexual assault. 1 in 18 men. Those numbers are at an epidemic level. I work in the sexual violence support services program, specifically education. I coordinate training and social learning. We're working with schools with pre-K through 12th grade. We're working with colleges and universities, community organizations, police departments, other social service agencies, and doing whatever we can to prevent sexual violence from happening. There's so many parts of this job that I love. Working with youth has always been one thing that I love. Kids, teenagers, they're so fun. They have so much to say. They have hilarious things to say.
I do prevention programs, and so I get to work with kids a lot, which is really cool. I was recently in a 2nd grade class. We were doing a fill in the blank activity, right? And the question was, you should never keep blank about blank. And the answer was, you should never keep secrets about touching. Right? So I was like, all right, guys, what do you think? You should never keep. And some kid stands up in the back and just screams, chocolate in your pocket!
So I do stand-up comedy. I've been doing it for a few years. From that, I also love being able to make the connection for people. When I walk into a comedy club and I've got a room full of people who have no idea they're about to hear me talk about sexual harassment in a way that makes them laugh, but also think about, oh, maybe I won't catcall next time.
I've never understood catcalling, just as a concept. I don't understand it, probably because I've never been tempted to just yell at things that please me.
This is a job that I had been looking for sort of for my whole life without really knowing it. It was a perfect combination of working with youth, working with an agency that empowers women, using my Spanish, using that sort of cultural competency, and working towards preventing violence. Everyone at the Y really values the work that they do, and it shows in the clients that come through our doors, and it shows in the difference that we're making in the lives of the people we're working with.
Poverty looks very different in the western suburbs than it does in Chicago. Poverty in the suburbs is very isolating. There's a tremendous amount of problem with public transportation. So in spite of the facts that there are a lot of good jobs out here in the western suburbs, it's extremely difficult for people to get to them.
Oh, I heard somebody. How you doing, Jasmine?
Okay.
Yeah.
What I do at the Y is provide employment services to people in their homes. So I take the economic empowerment program literally on the road and go to people's homes and assist them with finding employment, with some aspects of how to find a job, developing the resume. My members come to me through different circumstances in their life. One of the biggest ones is divorce. Many women need to get divorced. They're fleeing domestic violence, they're fleeing a bad situation, but they are not prepared to be the head of household. People love to work. The problem is with work is the process of getting work has gotten to be very difficult. There's a digital divide that many people have lost the skills that they need. So tell me how this week went.
It's been wonderful. I've been busy with work and my daughter, and going to church.
What got me into this work is I wanted to be a probation officer, and my internship took place in Cook County Jail. I heard a lot of stories from the inmates. A lot of people didn't have the help that they needed with school, with getting job skills, and so it was a turning point for me. One of the differences I feel working at the Y is that we're a one-stop shop. We have counseling, we have the child care component, we have employment services, we have financial literacy, so we can actually help our members with almost anything they need as far as getting their life back on track. My favorite part of this job is to see members meet their goals. I have 2 former clients that ended up in homeownership and leaving this program, and that was their ultimate goal, coming from homelessness, living in a shelter, to owning their own homes. So that makes, my day. That makes my job, just so exciting for me.
Let's do some numbers. 6 green turtles.
Having quality childcare, it's the very beginning to a lifelong of learning. We so often talk about kindergarten readiness and those critical years of 0 to 5. Having quality childcare, in essence, is the start. What I do at the YWCA is one part of my job consists of helping parents navigate the Child Care Assistance Program, and that's from start to finish, how to apply, how to look for quality child care providers. And the other part of my job is actually to help facilitate and conduct trainings for child care providers. Parents want to see quality in their providers. Quality Child Care Center to me is signified by, number one, it's a safe environment. It's engaging. It's engaging not just for the child, but also for the family as a whole. And perhaps to go even beyond that, for the community as a whole. A quality child care provider is interactive. You walk in and you immediately feel a sense of, wow, this place is amazing.
4, 5, 6, 7.
I guess you could say I kind of came in the back room because I literally started off in the back room filing. And I think the Y recognized that I had certain talents that could be of use, and we just kind of forged this symbiotic relationship. It was perfect. The passion that I have for this, it really is driven by my early exposure and education to teen parents. I worked in a school where teen pregnancy was a reality, and I saw so many young mothers and a few fathers who were unable to finish school because they didn't have childcare. So I think seeing that, I really know why there's a need for an agency like the YWCA that can be that resource that people can come to. But more than just working and being an employee for this agency, what I love is the fact that we're making a difference in people's lives. Whether it's childcare or a provider that's in need of training and taking them to the next level, we're touching lives in some capacity. And that's what I love about the YWCA of Metropolitan Chicago.